Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be.
Everyone, please welcome the two sides.
The Netherlands have chosen to go 4-3-3. Jim, how do you see it?
Well, one of the attacking advantages in this setup, Peter, is the impact that can be made between fullbacks and the attacking wide players. These combinations, when worked well, can be a real handful for any opposition, and we're likely to witness that again. You often see the wide man drift inside to allow the fullback to make the run out wide, and it can just throw the opposition off kilter.
So it's down to business here. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Yeah, Riyad Mahrez. He's one of the best dribblers around, Peter, with such delicate, close control and wonderful balance. He could finish with the best of them too, so I wouldn't be surprised to see him score a few cracking individual efforts for this team. He loves to move in from that right flank and unleash with his left foot.
Yes, he's certainly the one who carries the hopes of his team. Oh, that's a nice ball. That has found him in acres of space. Can he finish? Marvellous goal!
What a super start! A total shocker for the opponents. Talk about how to wrestle control. That's how you do it.
Not so much sophistication as doggedness and sheer bloody-mindedness.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
Algeria gain their reward with an early goal. Bentaleb. And here's Mahrez. And the finish! That's a half-decent try.
Well, he doesn't need a second invitation, even from that range.
De Jong. Gravenberg. Vife. Gravenberg. Somerville. Now it's Somerville. Now here's the delivery. Well read, and the danger is averted. Mahrez. And it's played forward. Guiri is onto it in a flash. Vife. That's really well manoeuvred. Somerville. Can he get onto this? And he's onside. He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. Real chance here. Great chance! Just off target.
Reinders is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
Vifa. Somerville. The Netherlands suffering an early setback and looking to reel it back in.
Look, they've simply been punished for a sleepy start. Time for that wake-up call.
And a chance! Goal! The Netherlands are level. Sharp, simple, satisfying. He just knew what was on.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
De Jong. De Jong shifted upfield, and it's gone back to the keeper. Moved on forwards. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Somerville. And it's Gravenberch, who played through for the wide man. Great defending, strong and determined.
Algeria. Well, Peter, look how far up the fullbacks are getting now. This is really high.
And constantly after the ball, aren't they?
Yeah, I think they're weighing up their options to see how long they can sustain this and suppress those wide opposition players.
And here's Marlon. The Netherlands have got it back and they'll have another go. Caresses it through. That's the keeper's ball. Nouri. Guir, chance for a shot! Denied by an instinctive save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Now it's Marlon. Reinders looking for a run-up. Gakpo, he's onside. Cleared without complication. It's run loose here. Played out to the right. De Jong. De Jong stood his ground strongly. Out to the right. Tries to get it clear. Awar, aim forwards, and here's the chance to counter. He's found a way through. Awar, that is lovely. Awar played out towards the right wing. He's had a shot! They just took too long getting forward.
Look, if they're going to counter, it has to be pacier and much more decisive.
Gravenberch. Van Dijk, gently done. Now it's De Jong, and it's Reinders. Oh, it's come loose. Just deflected behind for a corner. Zidane gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. Van Dijk. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Van de Ven. Van Dijk. Marlen. Aouar producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Now it's Mahrez. He's got away. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Van de Ven. Gakpo. Showing good feet. Out to the left it goes. Guiri. Now it's Mahrez. Van Dijk wins the duel this time. Reinders. And it's Gravenberg. Somerville. And it's Somerville. And the ball is out of play. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Aouar. Up he goes! Couldn't quite control it.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. Makes life so much harder for that defence.
De Jong. Van de Ven. Gakpo. Oh, some tackle that. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. It's a lovely, neat pass. De Jong. Gakpo. Reinders. Oh, good spread. That's good play. De Jong. Now it's Gakpo. Tries to cross. Clears it away. And they can counter here. Driving on and making good progress. Van Dijk makes the interception. And here's Mahrez. This looks promising. Oh, he's brought him down, and it is a penalty. The Netherlands really could have done without this. Well, they can protest all they want, but a shake of the head is all they're going to get.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
Not much more than a formality.
That's a good penalty. Made the keeper commit early and set himself up for quite a comfortable finish.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. Algeria take the lead. Reinders. And it's Vifa. Marlon. Yeah, he's offering an apology for that. He needed to deliver a better ball. And it's played forward. And he cuts out the supply. De Jong. Nice looking ball. Can he latch on to this? Oh, sweet feet. Time to deliver. Van der Ven. De Jong. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Oh, they could break here. Mahrez thinks about the shot. And that'll be the last act of the first half. Leading 2-1, but things are very much in the balance here.
It's kind of a hard one to call, Peter, isn't it? I mean, sides have provided ample evidence that they can add more goals, and I'm sure their respective managers have reminded them that the next one will be pretty crucial. So it's going to be interesting to see how the teams come out for the next period. Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that 2-goal cushion early in the second half.
Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
The Netherlands can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Aouar does really well to win the ball there. Quality ball. De Jong. Van der Ven. Moved on forwards. Bentaleb. Gravenberg. That's really well manoeuvred. Reinders. De Jong. Over to the left. Well timed, excellent interception. Nouri. Aouar. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. They get a throw in. Aim forwards. Guiri looks to get on the end of this. Vifa. Van Dijk. Van der Ven. Gakpo. And it's De Jong. Van der Ven. Gakpo. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Whistle's gone, that's foul. Cleared away. Takes a shot! Spread out to the left. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Gakpo. Cuts out the pass. Lofted upfield. He's shifting through the gears here. Mahrez. Spread out to the left. Crosses it in here. Clears it away. Van der Ven. The Netherlands really looking to get back into this at the start of the second half. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Reinders. And here's Depay. Memphis Depay gets into some space. Oh, well played. He's taken that really cleanly. Memphis Depay. And the shot! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Marlon clearly knew where that was falling. He would be disappointed he didn't put it away.
Vifa. Van Dijk. De Jong. Van der Ven. Now then, the ball's come loose. And it's De Jong. Serves up across. The Netherlands claiming a corner, and the referee concurs. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. And here's Gakpo. Reinders.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
And for a moment, time stood still.
I'm really impressed with the tenacity he's shown to intercept that. That's how they're going to make things happen.
De Jong plays it short, and here's De Jong. Cross needs to be good. Clears it away. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Can he deliver? And here's Marlon. Oh, he's chipped in right on the cusp of the penalty area. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
Well, I'm not sure what body language the keeper was trying to read, but it didn't work.
So all square, and not for the first time.
Really will be annoyed. They failed to make anything of their lead, and it's so typical that this happens.
Gravenberg. And it's Vifa. That's been drilled forward. Oh, that's well done, really robust. Memphis Depay. Gravenberg. Marlon has it in a wide position. And here's Depay. Memphis Depay played, climbs up big! Goal, the Netherlands! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
The Netherlands go into the lead.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Van Dijk. Van de Ven. And here's Gakpo. And it's De Jong. Crunching tackle.
The Netherlands surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Vifa and the shot! A heavy challenge.
The Netherlands clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Van de Ven. The Netherlands have scored 2 quick goals here and are ahead now by the odd goal in 5. Searching passes played there. Marlon, out to the left it goes. Hoisted in.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
And here's Marlon. Guiri. Guiri. Guiri! Oh, glorious! That is a special one! A finish of true class! Again, we are level! What a contest! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
This is quite a battle.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop, just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
Van Dijk. He really is being given no time to think on the ball now.
Well, this defence now knows that they have to reduce his movement because they've allowed him to run free.
Vifa. Memphis Depay in acres of space out wide. That is a brilliant interception.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Face to face with the keeper.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Memphis Depay. Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner. So, time for changes on both sides, actually. Bensebaini tries to clear. That's really well manoeuvred. Bensebaini gently done. Short changes him with that pass. Van Dijk. Quinton Timber. Gakpo. That's a throw. Time added on will be 2 minutes. And it's Gravenberch. And here's Depay. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Clears it away. Whistle's gone and they've got themselves a free kick. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
Well, that was very necessary. It's gone for a throw-in. So there's going to be another change here.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Van Dijk. Gakpo. Here's the chance to cross. Crosses it in. He's cut it out. And time is up. What a game. A contest of ferocity and marvellous talent from start to finish. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Listen, the more this game went on, a draw was all...
Please keep your eyes on